Hello, America. Any of you guys that are following on American Honesty or spreading the word, thank you very much. I love you for what you're doing. We can't thank you enough. The Uncorked blog, check it out if you really don't like it. Corey is a unique, talented guy, and he's got some writing abilities, and he is crazy good. Look it up. Anybody that debates or discusses or talks or openly brings these things up or speaks about politics or religion, you're called crazy, you're called nutty. Why do you speak of this? Why do you talk about it all the time? Why do you turn everything political? Because to some of us, politics are life. If you disagree with that, then you're a nut job. If you disagree with that, then you're the loony. Politics tie into everything that we do. Everything. If you live here and you pay taxes, you better be involved in politics or stay up on current events or pay attention. Pay attention. Wake up. If you're sick and tired of paying money out of your paycheck for a big government loan to have, and then you wonder where all this money comes from, and all these things are going towards, and all this stuff with the free crap that people are getting, where do you think that comes for? Or from? It comes out of the pockets of us, the blue-collar people, the hard-working ones, the middle class, the lower class, the upper class. Okay, the upper class might have a smaller percentage because of the fact that they have more money, but guess what? They have all these loopholes and these crony ways to get out of things. Not all of them, but a lot do. Why is that, you say? Because they're corrupt political asshole friends that you continue to vote for. I mean, you and the people of the parties that vote for them and blindly follow. That's who we're speaking of. That's all we're trying to say. That's all we're trying to get out there. We're trying to wake you up so you pay attention. You educate yourself. You use some intellect. You use your own brain. You do your own thinking. We're not telling you what to do. Don't tread on me is there for a reason. Do unto others as you do unto yourself. To each his own. Which one do you want to go with? Pick one, choose one, go with it. Don't tread on me is what we live our lives by. That's a Tea Party thing. That's a Republican thing. That's an American thing. That's a libertarian thing. That's a citizen of the United States thing. The people that care. All right? When we start these debates, though, in 2015, and I have to listen to you say, black this, white privilege this, yada, 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 yada. If I disagree with you, you call me a racist? What is that all about? Some of us have family that are black, white, Hispanic, pink, purple, orange. What color do you want to call them? I'm not going to call them any color because they're my family first. Some of us have a deeper connection with family than we do and give a crap about what social agenda or social issue there is. Oh, you must be a racist. You hate every black person because you disagree with the way these things are said. No, I really don't. I love everybody the same until you give me a reason to be pissed. And the more you force me to do something and the more you force control, that's when we get angry. It's not just me. It's everybody that's on American Honesty. It's everybody that openly debates. It's everybody that is passionate about this country. Don't call me a gay hater and a bigot because of the fact that I disagree with your stupid agenda. I have gay family members also. I love them the same, and I love them since they've been my little cousins or little friends or family members, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts. It doesn't matter. When I'm 8 years old, I don't know the difference between this crap. I don't pay attention to the difference. You know what I know? They're my family member. They're my cousin. They're my aunt. They're my uncle. I love them like family, and I always will and always have. Stop calling me a bigot. Stop calling us bigots. We disagree because it's not right. You can't get everything you want and force everything else upon somebody else. Just because you want something done your way or a little bit tweaked here, all you have to do is ask. We'll sit down, we'll talk about it like crazy normal Americans. I didn't know that happens. I didn't know that was allowed. Yes. That's what it's been allowed for hundreds of years until the 1960s, until this big push, until people started changing things. When they start controlling us, and they try to, and they wonder why we're getting angry, and we rebel, it's not rebelling, it's being American. It's using the freedoms and the rights that we have. We're entitled to the freedoms of choice. If you make a bad choice, you face the consequence. It might be horrible, but you made the choice. We have a God-given brain to think things out and use common sense, use accountability and respect. Use all the wives' tales and sayings that come before us. Use what our parents and our grandparents and our aunts and uncles taught us. Use what we learned in school if it's the right stuff, not the Common Core crap. There's a reason behind all of this. Everything in this world happens for a reason. You either are religious or you're not. You don't believe it or you do. You might be on the fence, you might not be. In my life, in my paradigm, in my personal experience, God has put me here for a reason. God has put everything in front of me for a reason. I survived a horrific car accident for a reason. Why? I don't know. I laid on my back for 3 months in a hospital bed thinking, how can I better myself? How can I better everyone around me? I blame it on the fact that the Almighty above us, like Albert Guillory says, has a plan. And that's the only one we have to follow. Colt Ford sings the song, Answer to No One, but the Lord. There's a reason behind that. I don't care if you don't like God or not. I do, some of us do, and most of the rest of this country was raised on Judeo-Christian values. Guess what? We love God. We love religion. We love our faith. Faith is a huge part of our life. Don't try and take that away from us because you disagree. Go enjoy your faith. We'll leave you the hell alone. Expect the same for us. That's all we ask. Next thing is fear and control. Everybody is afraid to say what they really want. They're afraid to speak their mind. They're afraid to openly say something and be honest. That's why American honesty is so great. This is why I love what we're doing. This is why I love what's going on. Why would you talk out? Aren't you afraid of the repercussions and the consequences? If I'm going to die, and we're going to die, and we're going to do it fighting for a cause that we believe in and we're emotional about and we're passionate, it's going to be for a reason. I know my maker. I know what's going to happen to me. I'm sorry and I'm completely apologetic to everyone around for saying that. Not saying that I don't care if I die. I would love to live a long, happy life getting fat with my beautiful, amazing girlfriend, having grandchildren and children and making their lives better and making this country better so they can grow up when they're older. That's what we want. I want to die old, fat, and happy. Is that wrong? Is that okay for me to say that? That's not hateful. That's not malicious content. I'm not being angry about that. I'm not telling you you can't do the same. But if you want to do it with a gay partner or someone else, come talk to us and we'll help you get it fixed. Doesn't mean we have to rechange the definition of marriage. So when you get into all these stupid debates and you listen to CNN and MSNBC and all these dumbass news stations, don't believe everything the TV puts out there for you. Listen to the honest, real people that you're next to. Watch the YouTube videos. That's probably the best spot to find news. They don't put this stuff on daily TV. You don't see it on cable. Why? Because there's an agenda. They want to control what you see so that you're the dumbass and you're dumbed down because you don't know what's going on. Or they want to stick all the electronics and the phones and the computers and the Xboxes and things in your life so that you don't pay attention. For 13 years of my life, I was a little fat kid that all I did was play video games. Guess what happens when I start paying attention? Look at all this. My eyes were opened by a guy that I used to work for, His name is Russ Pratt. I will do anything for him and his family any day, but he pulled me out of the darkness that I was in and not giving a crap, young 20-year-old, and he said, wake up, look around you, look at this, look at that. I worked with him for 6 years. He opened my eyes to every bit of light out there that there was to do anything like this, for a reason. A guy that I barely talked to, that we used to be close friends, took me to a party the year of my car accident, and guess what? Or the year after my car accident, I apologize. I met the girl that I'm with now. I've been with her for 5 years. Why? Because I love her, and she's great, and she's the most amazing person in the world. But guess what? I went with him for a reason. To be with her. If that wouldn't have happened, I would have never met her. Think about everything that happens in your life and say to yourself, did this happen for a reason? If you think on it hard enough and you go, yeah, wasn't someone else's fault, it was on me, or it was on the Almighty, the guy above you. The higher power that you don't understand sometimes. Well, why did this happen? Oh, I just got lucky, it's coincidence. We don't have this lucky evolution streak, because we were all evolved from little monkeys or someone pissed on a rock and we popped out. That's not how it works. Pay attention. Wake up. If you don't like the Bible, don't read it. If you don't like God, then don't follow God. But I'm sorry for you and we'll pray for you. Don't get pissed off at us for being honest. Don't get pissed off at us for being open and being out there and saying what we want and being passionate about things. Don't hate us because we love you, but we disagree. We're allowed to disagree in this country and still get along. We can still talk. Follow some of the crap that we had in the Ben Carson run for 2016. A gay man from California debated us for the 300 comments worth or something, whatever it was. And you know what? We disagreed until he left because he knew he was getting nowhere. He couldn't tell us anymore about these agendas and these little things that he sees on the news and what's right and what's wrong. I'll tell you what's right and what's wrong and what I've seen in my life. I'm not going to tell you about something that someone told me on the news and I'm going to go with that. 100% fact. I read it on the internet. Must be true. You know what's real? Is this. Real Americans. People speaking up. That's real. Look to the person next to you. Look to your neighbor. Look to your family. When they tell you something, you better believe it. If it's a lie, then it's a lie. But then you better learn that about that person. The thing is we have to learn the integrity of each other. We have to learn the character of each other. We have to better ourselves. We, the people, control this country, not the a-holes that are forcing the fear-mongering. Not the ones that are forcing the guns while trying to take ours. I don't care if you don't like guns or not. You know why we've never been invaded? There's a reason behind that. Think about it. I read a paper before that stated this. It might not be the real reason, but I'm pretty damn sure it's close. We haven't been invaded because they know every man, woman, and child and red-blooded, meat-eating, beer-drinking, hard-working person in this country that's ever hunted or fished has a gun and can shoot them and has a CCW and might have it hidden. And you better watch out. And you better not do stupid things. Because we're going to pull these out, and people are going to take you out of here. The good people are going to overrule the evil people. There's a reason behind that. When schools get shot up and cafeterias get shot up, don't tell me that's a normal, sane gun owner. You're an idiot. TJ Lane ripped his shirt off, said that he jerks off to the tears of the families or something along those lines of the kids that he killed. That's a sick individual. That's not us normal folks who know how to use one and don't point guns at people. That's sick. Stop. If you're afraid of guns, that's fine. Don't change our lives by voting for some asshole that's going to make everything worse. Do you like rules and regulations? Do you like law forced over your head, telling you to do this or do that? Do you want somebody to tell you when to sleep, when to eat, what to eat, if you're allowed to have it, big enough size, you can go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac or not? I don't want pink slime on my kid's lunch. I don't want Michelle Obama saying, here you go, you can't have this while she wolfs down a pizza. That's called elitism. That's called dictatorship. We don't have that here. Do you want to be ruled? Do you want to be controlled? If so, keep blindly following these assholes. I dare you. Keep blindly following them. Call me a nut job. Keep voting for stupid people like Hillary and Obama and the elitists. And then tell me how much you hate that 1% that's corporate America, and you blame them, when it's their greedy-ass friends that are keeping them in that 1%, that are keeping themselves in that 1%. Listen up. Have you ever heard of insider trading? Have you ever heard of all these little things that people are giving someone a little hint or tip here and there? I'm not getting those tips. I make 30 grand a year. What about the asshole that makes $2 billion and then their buddy is sitting on the political board? Tell me that doesn't make any sense. Pay attention. Stop being stupid, use your brain and think. Wake up, America.